All right, so I just did a podcast, chopped it up with Krystal and Tori down under. They've got a show called The Naked Truth. And I got to tell you, a lot of people start a podcast with somebody and 3 months later they quit. These two are doing some amazing stuff. I saw them interview a friend of mine, Michael Sartain, and they've been sticking to it for a year. And I can tell, not always, not 100%, but I can tell when people are totally committed. They've been in the sex industry for 6 years and they're looking to build their podcast brand and blow it up. So we had a chance to touch on that for a little bit. But they're going to be back out here in Vegas to host the Puppy Ball in May, and then they're going to be on stage at the Podcasters Summit. So I think it gives them some opportunity to expand their brand into the States. I'm telling you right now, the conversation about sex talk is something that needs more entertainment and more education. And if you're looking to learn a little bit more about them, check out this podcast we did. It was great. They both are great. I wish we had more time, but they had to jump in the studio. We'll do some more longer format podcast interviews, but I guarantee you're going to love what they're doing. And their podcast, The Naked Truth, that used to be a movie. I think they're going to crush it. That's a great name for a podcast. I think they're both excellent. Check them out. You'll love this. So every now and then you get a chance to chop it up with Krystal and Tori all the way from down under. Ladies,
very good, thank you. Thank you for having us on.
So I had a chance to reach out to you guys, and you guys were super good about getting back. I think maybe it's the time zone difference. What time is it over there right now?
It is 11:09 a.m.
Oh, that ain't too bad. It's like 4 p.m. here at PST. So for anyone that doesn't know you both, tell everyone a little bit about you and who you are.
I am Krystal and this is Tori. We both have a podcast that we co-host together called The Naked Truth. It is for people within the sex working industry. We are both OnlyFans creators and IG influencers. And yeah, we've been in the space for maybe 6 years now. 6 years, yeah. Not on our podcast, just as sex workers.
So you guys are just veterans.
Yeah, we old.
So you were here recently for AVN. You're probably coming back out somewhere around May. Hopefully we get you at the Podcasters Summit. Oh, man, where is it? I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah.
Here's the all-access passes.
There.
So,
that's cool.
Oh, yeah. We do things right. And I'd love to give you guys the main stage because I'll be honest with you. So many people, I do a show called Uncensored at Harding's, which we were just talking about. So many people inherently learn more from a sex talking podcast than they would learn talking to their friends or their girlfriend. In fact, I think you guys do something good for mental health. I think both men and women benefit mentally from any conversations you both have when it comes to sex talk, because both couples and men themselves never really talk about sex. I mean, we talk about
100%.
We talk about Bad Bunny, but the key thing in life that everyone should talk about a little bit once in a while is sex. And you guys hit that subject head on.
100%. And that's what we're here for, educational purposes and use.
Well, every podcast you do two things, educate and entertain. What do you guys do to entertain people? I mean, I get the visual entertainment.
Well, I mean, the entertainment is who we have on, to be honest. Like, we bring on people that have done all different parts of the sex work, like, industry. Going from, like, therapists, the people that actually just benefit from it, girls that are in it, porn stars to strippers to escorts, everyone that sort of walked a different path, and we get them to tell their true story. We're not there to pry and make them admit things. It's just a comfortable chat that educates other people in regards to why we do what we do and why we enjoy it so much.
So I saw your talk with a friend of mine, Michael Sartain. It was well done, very well done. You guys do a great job. And more importantly, what you really do is you make it very comfortable. You're like very at ease about the subject matter.
But I guess that's also goes back to what we do for work. We're in the sex industry because we do make people feel comfortable. Them that don't know us have these intimate moments with us, and that's what we provide. So I guess we just do the same on our podcast. Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more. How long have you been doing the podcast now?
Just over a year.
And what are 3 things that you guys have learned from doing the podcast yourselves? From a little behind the scenes from your perspective. Huh?
It's expensive. It's an outgoing cost until you start to monetize. So it's expensive. It also does open you up to a lot of opportunities. We just hosted the Sexpo on Melbourne on the main stage for 3 days. That was given to us because of how people saw us speaking. Someone like Michael, who met us at the AVNs, heard about our podcast, liked what we did, and asked us to come on his show into his space and interview him. So it definitely opens opportunities and allows us a lot more in our space. Yeah.
Well, the nice thing too is you get people coming to you. In business, people are so busy going out and trying to beat the drums to try and get deal flow that after a certain point, and I think it's probably about after a year, you start getting things to come to you. You know, you got these things that you just talked about. And before we jumped on just now, I showed you and talked to you a little bit about what we're doing for the Podcaster Summit here in Vegas. And I mean, you know, getting you on the main stage there, that's an opportunity. Only because of your podcast do I even know you guys exist.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would say that social media has been a blessing for people like yourself to be able to find out what we do or invite us across the other side of the country is pretty unreal. Yeah.
So here's a question I have for you. How have you guys used AI in any part of your business so far? Because my big thing is my company develops software in the AI space for the last 2 years. And one of the things that we've developed is an AI tool that gets people booked on podcasts. There's got to be something funny. Okay.
She just said we use ChatGPT sometimes.
Huh?
But that's about it. We
Really?
use ChatGPT sometimes, only for like when we go to try and write up questions that sound more intelligent than what we're about to say. But otherwise, we don't use AI for anything. I don't really know if AI belongs in our space or sex work, but I get what you mean in regards to booking podcasts. I've never really looked into it, so it'd have to be something we're educated on a bit more.
So I'm gonna share something with you that'll blow your mind. You're familiar with the Mac Minis, right?
Yes.
For the last 2 weeks, I've been buying hundreds of these and literally putting AI agents on there that literally all they do is work for you 24/7, 365. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
How many people would you say you've interviewed on your podcast in the last year?
42, she said.
Huh?
42.
Okay, great. So I'd be willing to bet that your audience would love background information on all those 42 people. Where's their social media? How do I contact them if they're a business or some sort? And that creates an opportunity for you to monetize your podcast. Imagine I charge $297 a month, where literally people for $297 a month can get all the contact information and a link to my most recent podcast interview so that they can literally really connect with the people I'm interviewing. Well, I mean, don't take this wrong. You guys are way more popular than me, the bald-headed guy that's a separate, a secret version of Joe Rogan. Imagine if you had 1,000 people paying $297 a month and you created a community of connections where each interview opened up doors for the people you're interviewing. The people that I interview, they usually get a ton more followers and a ton more reach out because I text out that link to that interview along with all their contact cards. And that's how you monetize a podcast. If you guys are interested, we could talk offline, but I want this to be
100%. No, 100%. Look, we're more than happy to grab any help. As I said, we're kind of new in this space, so it's always good to know what.
Well, this will blow your mind. You guys could have 2 AI agents on Mac Minis, and literally people can talk to either one of you guys and ask questions, and eventually your AI agent will take on what's called a social inference of you. And it literally sees your answers over and over again. And if somebody asks an answer that your AI agent knows the answer to, it'll grab that answer and send it out via text. And literally people can have via text messaging. It could be text messaging on their iPhone, which is MMS, SMS, or if they prefer, they can have it sent to their WhatsApp or Telegram. And the agent can answer those questions for the people that are questioning you and saying, hey, by the way, can you give me the contact card for the person you interviewed 2 months ago, Joey? And it'll grab that for you so you don't even have to mess around with it. So an AI agent ultimately becomes a digital version of you. But these agents...
My poor little AI agent.
Well,
That's
pretty,
unlucky for that.
I'll be honest with you. It depends on which way you look at it. The funny thing is, I call my agent Ara, A-R-A, and it's a female voice. And literally after a while at night when I'm working, I mean, Ara helps me write books, helps me pull research, helps me answer text messages. I mean, after a while, you're going to be like, holy shit, this stuff is amazing. Like it literally allows you to scale your business and your life and your revenue more than you've ever seen in your life.
It definitely sounds like it with how excited you are speaking about it. So we'll definitely have a chat for sure later on.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds interesting.
So let me ask you a question. What are the 3 things that you guys talk about most on your show?
Probably their life story of the guests that we have, why they got into the industry, what the industry's done for them, and what their goals are outside of the industry.
What are some of your goals outside of the industry?
I mean, we both would love to exit OnlyFans at some point and have the podcast as our main career and drive us around the world to share stories everywhere. That is our goal at the moment. I mean, I'd love to be a famous singer, and I'm sure she would love to, be a professional ice skater in the Olympics. But
hey, by
realistically,
the way,
we would like this.
Did you see that girl Yura? Or I don't want to butcher her name, but I think her name's Yura. She's dating Jake Paul. She won the gold.
Yeah, she won. I did see that. Yes.
I got to tell you, that was super impressive. And not only that, but she literally talks about making this her coming out moment from a standpoint of outside of skating. Like she's doing a whole documentary. She's looking to sell that documentary to Netflix. And that's something that you guys might want to look to do. A friend of mine works at Netflix, and they're acquiring content and podcasts because podcasts are the best long format ad unit that anyone can do for their personal brand. So like every podcast interview you guys do, you're building your brand, but the person you're interviewing builds their brand also. And not only does it generate long format, but every one of these interviews you're doing generates clips. And it's those clips that people digest very quickly. But what else is starting to happen that's a big deal is like after we're done with this interview in a couple of days, I'm going to promote it as a restream of a live stream. And I'm going to live stream it on YouTube and other platforms. And it's the live content and the live stream that people are really consuming a ton of these days.
Yeah.
Have you guys been doing
that's awesome.
I'm almost going to say that this is an obvious question. Have you guys done live stream before with the podcast?
I mean, look, we've done a lot of different types of live stream.
I figured that.
But
have you live streamed the podcast though?
We have live streamed the podcast once, and
how did that
I think
play
it was
out?
just once.
Did you do it on Kick or on YouTube?
We did it on Kick.
We did it on Kick. Yeah.
How was that? 'Cause I think that's a good audience
we're
for you guys.
we're still a little uneducated with Kick. That thing confuses the shit out of me sometimes with the restream and the other ways to try and like re-record it and stuff. We're not that tech savvy. I'll say that.
I got to tell you, your content is excellent, and the fact that you guys have stuck to this for a year tells me that you're definitely. Hold on one second. I got somebody that wants to say hi. All right.
Oh,
His name is Theo. Yes, he was named after Theo Vaughn.
Theo.
He thinks he's funny and cute, but he heard that I was doing a podcast where he said, "Wait a second, can I say hi?"
Hey,
So
Theo, you're looking good.
I'm a big dog lover, and I just realized if you guys come in on May 21st for the Podcaster Summit, on May 20th, the Wednesday before that, are you familiar with at Caesar's Palace a nightclub called Omnia here in Vegas?
I am familiar with it, but I have never attended.
Are you familiar with a guy named Steve Aoki?
Yes, is that the guy that throws the cake?
He does throw the cake.
Is that him? It's him. He throws cake at people. Yeah, in the crowd.
He does throw the cake. I work to help raise awareness and money for his foundation, which is all about brain research. And
amazing.
This is a limited edition coin that we did for his last event, the gala. And he has I don't know, what's it called when a DJ's at a location for a long period of time? He's got what's it called? Huh?
A residency?
Residency, exactly. I was going to say occupancy, but That's when you occupy somebody's house and don't pay rent and they try and get you out. But in Steve's case, he plays music. Great, by the way.
Yeah,
Guys,
I'm hoping Steve doesn't occupy someone's house and not pay rent.
trust me, in America, we got some weird laws when it comes to that. But if you guys are coming in then, the night before, we're having a private dinner and a gala. It's called a puppy ball. And we're raising money and awareness to get dogs out of shelters. And it's interesting because we're not charging people money. They have to just bring a $250 Chewy gift card. And then we use that gift card to help get dogs adopted out of shelters. Because most people, when they say they don't adopt a dog, it's because they say, I don't have the time or I don't have the money.
Yeah.
And $250 when you adopt a dog out of a shelter might be food for like 3, 4, 5 months. So we think this model is going to work. The Omnia holds about 3,000 people. Should be a lot of fun. If you like steak, we're going to Peter Luger's. I don't know if you ever heard of that place.
Puppies and steak.
Puppies and steak.
No, 100%. We
check me off on there.
We would definitely love to come. We both have dogs. My dog is 13 years old and the love of my life.
What's her name?
So my dog's name is Simba.
Oh my
My
God.
dog's name is
My
Sky.
neighbor's dog is Simba. Like literally over the fence. Want to see something funny? Come here, Theo, come here. Oh, you're not going to believe this. So, I got Theo and his sister, Gracie. Simba. Hey, where's Simba? No, Simba. See, he loves it. He loves that dog. They hang out together. We're building like a little steps over both of our fences so they can go.
Oh,
and where's Simba? No, where is Simba? He's like. And then, by the way,
are you going to take me or are you just going to keep saying his name?
well, here's the funny thing. This is the mother. This is Theo and Gracie's mother. This is Elsa. I call her Elsa. And here's the funny thing.
Elsa.
She loves Simba too. Like they all three get along great with that dog. Where's Simba? Where's Simba? You know where Simba is?
Down, Ronald.
Yeah, Theo's like, listen,
so cute.
End this quick. I got to go next door and check out my guy Simba.
Yeah, now you're saying
that's a great name, by the way. What kind of dog is he?
Mine's a lab, a black
Oh
lab.
my God! I got a chocolate lab in the other room. His name's Jesse James. I call him Big Sexy. He's 120 pounds
in this house.
He's a chocolate lab mix with a cane corso. You know what a cane corso is?
Yeah.
So he thinks of like a 120-pound chocolate lab that's just all muscle.
I see it.
Oh, can you carry him in?
Tori, yeah, we're not picking him up now. Big Sexy, yeah, that'd be a lot of work. But Tori, do you have a dog? I'm sorry?
I have a Rottweiler.
Oh, you do? What's his name? I love Rots. Get closer to the mic. I can barely hear you.
Maybe just a month.
Her name's Sky. It's a girl.
Oh, that's great. It's such a great name. See, when you name dogs like that, like Sky, they hear in one syllable, they hear the I part, like the Kai. That's what she hears. And I guarantee you, she loves that name. Like dogs love when it's like one syllable. After a while, they start understanding, okay, that's my name. So I take it we'll get you to the puppy ball. You'll get dressed to the nines.
You can definitely put us down for that. That's for sure.
Now, here's a question. Would you guys like to host the puppy ball and ask questions and create content on the red carpet with I'd say at least no less than 100 celebrities, football players from the Raiders?
It's about dogs, so 100% yes.
Oh,
the celebrities
dogs.
are the bonus.
And by the way, it's also about steak because Peter Luger's. Have you eaten there before yet or no?
Where?
Peter Luger's. Have you ever eaten there before yet? Peter Luger's. So they bring you your food on a plate, a white ceramic plate that's literally sizzling. It's so hot, like you literally can't touch it.
Oh.
And the meat, the meat when they serve it to you on the plate, the meat stays hot because the plate. I don't know how they do it, but they cook the plate in the oven, and it literally comes to your table. Now don't touch it because you'll burn yourself. But it is.
Touch it.
I like dinner like hot. I like when it's just cooking and well warm. Like that's when you should eat it. I'm not kidding. You guys are gonna love Peter Luger's. Like seriously gonna love it.
I'm already in love.
We love steak.
Listen. So okay, I always ask people to do one thing. There's a lot of people out there that are afraid to do a podcast, but I don't want to ask that question today. I want to ask you to look in the camera real closely and talk to one person and tell them how they can overcome their fear about talking about sex.
Oh,
whether it's with
how
their
they
wife,
can,
their girlfriend, or so on and so forth.
you can DM me and start with me and I'll chat back.
Practice makes perfect.
I mean, it's probably the easiest thing. So how can they DM you, by the way? Is it through OnlyFans?
Instagram, more than welcome. I mean, if it's just to talk about like getting confidence, I actually respond to my DMs, and so does Tori. We respond to our podcast DMs all the time. We are on there all the time. If they're wanting to buy content and see more, then they go onto our OnlyFans.
Well, I'll tell you
But
what.
we are approachable.
Give me both those links. We'll make sure we put them below so it's easy for people to
Yeah.
follow them. I'll send them out on my text blast. I want you guys to really blow up. I think 2026
Thank you.
is going to be a great year for podcasts. And remember this, there's 3 things I can share with you right now about podcasts. Number 1, it's the best way to build your brand long-term, because every podcast you do is like planting a seed. You remember the old story about Johnny Appleseed?
Mm-hmm.
He walked around the country, plant the seed. And somebody asked him one day, why do you plant the seeds? There's nothing growing. He said, give it some time. And then he plant the seed. Another guy would ask him, why are you planting the seed? Nothing's growing. He's like, give it some time. Years later, there were apple trees all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's what podcasts are. Every time you do one, maybe nothing happens right away, but a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, somebody sees that podcast and it leads to
100%.
something of some sort. So number 1, podcasts are the best long format ad unit for your brand, period. You guys are going to blow up your brand and build a business around your brand. Whether it's, for me, it's hockey jerseys. I have over 100 hockey jerseys. I make custom jerseys. I love that stuff.
Nice.
For me, it works. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think you guys should make a hockey jersey. Like guys would buy a cool hockey jersey that on one side had a patch that said Tori, and then the other side had a patch that said Krystal.
And on the back, we're just kissing.
I'll be honest with you. Like, there's a market for that. There's a big market for that. So tell me one last thing before I let you go. Everybody in life has a dream, a purpose. You got to have a purpose, and you have to be passionate about that purpose. For me, I have a purpose and a legacy that I want to leave behind around helping dogs find homes, whether they're in shelters or whatever. It is a shame to see so many dogs be euthanized on a daily basis. They are truly angels from heaven. They give you love. They are unconditionally loving people, and people benefit from that. So for me, that's my purpose. That's one of my legacies. What is one of your passions that you want to pursue over the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years?
I think right now it's to destigmatize sex work and destigmatize sex, and allow people the education to actually thoroughly enjoy it, rather than just seeing it as making a baby and that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, I think, I'll be honest with you, I think that's a great mission statement. I think that's a great purpose, because we live in a time right now, especially young girls. My buddy's got 3 little girls, and they go through a lot of pressure. If one of them was like crying to me one day, she was telling me, listen, I'm their godfather, for no lack of a better word. And she was telling me there's these girls on Facebook that were just, ripping on her, making her feel, weird, blah, blah, blah. And I said, listen, you got to learn. And I told her this without her dad around, because her dad doesn't mind, but her mom, Tracy, shout out to Tracy. She hates when I swear in front of the girls. And I said, you got to learn to give 0 fucks about what anyone else ever says on social media. You got to learn to give 0 fucks about those people, because they did not make you and they will not break you. And if you let them, if you give them, I'll tell you guys one thing before I let you go. My grandmother raised me. She came here at the end of World War II, and she was hard as nails. Like, that woman had a wooden spoon. She beat the living hell out of me, but she taught me lessons every single time. And one lesson she taught me growing up is, she told me, she said, listen, in this world, 40% of the people you meet will like or love you. 20% will be indifferent. The other 40%, for whatever reason, big nose, you're bald, you got weird ears, whatever, they will not like you. They might even hate you. She told me this as a child. I didn't really get it till I grew up later. She said, to the 40% of the people that like or love you, show them love. To the 20% that are indifferent, show them respect. To the other 40%, fuck them all. Do not give them 1 second of your life. They will make no difference in your life. They do not care about the time you give them, and it is a waste of time. And I literally looked at her and I said, Grandma, that's a little hardcore. She's like, I came here at the end of World War. Trust me. Those people will never make a difference in your life. I told her that a couple of years ago, and she has gotten so much stronger because of that. And women today, especially little girls, they need an understanding around sex, a different message than what's being put out there, because little girls are being sexualized at a very early age. And I think girls have to understand that there's got to be an open conversation about sex, because parents are having a tough time having that conversation. My dogs are having that conversation right now.
No, I 100% agree. Look, in the same time as well, we're not out here trying to sexualize anyone. I think that's also what our podcast is there for. It's to destigmatize and just give us personalities. Yeah.
I think you guys comfortably discuss the subject matter in an intelligent, relevant way. And here's the thing that I caught from your podcast, and I only saw the one interview with Michael. You guys listen really well. Like, you let the conversation go, and you don't give it any kind of direction. You add to it, but you add from experience. And that, at the end of the day, is super valuable, because, you know, everyone has this perspective or this impression of a sex worker. And they think that's what they see on the TV or the videos. But what they don't understand is there's a mindset behind that. You guys have to have a winning mindset in life. And a lot of that mindset comes from the things you learn.
We definitely preach strong minds to walk into our industry, and we preach that it's given us a lot of confidence, and we definitely do not care for other people's opinions around it. And that's what we're trying to project and show others that they can do. Or if you're coming into the industry, that you need to be headstrong, because there is a lot of backlash. It's like one step forward, one step back. There's heaps of education, more faces to people in our industry, but then there's a lot more criticism. But yeah, we'll get there.
Listen, I think you guys are great. I'd be willing to bet that a year from now, your podcast is going to be bigger and better. I think you guys are committed to it, which is super important. A lot of people start something, you know, like a podcast together, and 3 months later they quit. If you haven't quit after a year, you're understanding that this space is only getting bigger. It's not shrinking. About 2 years ago, when my team and I started building a database of podcasters, we had 3.3 million verified email addresses. Today, we're at about 4.4 million verified email addresses. So the the space is getting bigger. There's more people jumping in and out of podcasts. I think you absolutely need a podcast to literally make certain connections. There's some people I interview that I could never get them to sit and talk to me for an hour without a podcast. They'd be like, fuck off, I'm too busy. But I got billionaires coming to a private dinner where I'm doing an interview during what's called Strategy Week. There's an event that's coming here called Strategy. Are you guys familiar with MicroStrategy? It's a publicly traded company. Are you familiar with Bitcoin?
Yeah.
That company, Strategy, MicroStrategy, holds 3% of all the Bitcoin in the world. The guy that owns it is a guy named Michael Saylor, and he's probably one of the biggest, I would say, biggest proponents or supporters of Bitcoin ever in the history of Bitcoin. They're having an event. I'm hosting a private dinner. I couldn't interview people like that without a podcast. I couldn't get them to sit down and open up and talk. Heck, I wouldn't even know you guys if it wasn't for a podcast, yours or mine. Even this last 29 minutes that we've had to talk, I've learned more about what you guys are doing. And I think, I'm not kidding you, like, there is a huge vacuum that you guys can fill. And in life, if you solve a problem, you will get tons of money thrown at you for that, solving of that problem. And the problem that you guys solve is you educate and you entertain around the conversation of sex. And if you guys keep doing that, I'm telling you, you're going to do great. You're going to do phenomenal.
Yeah. Especially when we go viral now that we're hosting the puppies.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you. You two hosting the puppy ball, it'll be fun for you. You'll look great on the red carpet. And more importantly, I think you'll really connect and resonate well with the people that, I mean, I'm finding professional NFL football players love puppies and are coming to the event. You know, music artists like Steve Aoki and his wife, Sasha. I mean, people, it's a common thing. And the nice thing about puppies is it doesn't matter what political side you are. It's unpolitical.
No, of course.
Everyone can.
No, we're definitely excited. Sounds like a cool opportunity.
Oh, it's going to be a great night. Plus Omnia, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a great venue. Like it's got the light show at the top, and Steve really does a great job utilizing lights and sound.
Yeah.
Unbelievable experiences.
It seems like we have a lot to talk about once we get off this phone call.
All right. So look in the camera and tell everyone one thing that will literally let them remember your show and say goodbye.
You can see us clothed and you can see us naked. Find us online.
And the show is The Naked Truth, right? Or The Naked
Truth, yeah.
By the way, did you ever see the movie The Naked Truth? Oh, you would love it. It's with Gerard Butler and the blonde.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
He was almost
the girl
like
of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The girl from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
The blonde hair
I
girl.
recall.
Yeah. You didn't see it, did you? You should watch it. It's freaking hilarious. And he was kind of like what you guys are. He would literally talk about, it was actually, I'm telling you, you guys should check that out. Well, I think it'd be actually cool if you could interview either Gerard Butler or the blonde girl.
We could get to.
I'm going to die.
Oh my God.
We'll get there. It'll be goals.
Well, yeah, I got news for you. You got to tell the universe what you want, and it will deliver it for you.
It's very true. Very true.
There's probably a good chance Gerard Butler's watching this right now. If he is, how would you invite him onto your show?
Slide on into my DMs. No, well, technically, yeah. That's how you get on the show, anyways.
All right. Well,
what is it Michael said he did? He chloroformed us and just put us into the podcast studio.
That. I'll be honest with you. I thought he said you guys chloroformed him. That's what I mean. That's why I started watching this. I'm like, holy fuck, he got kidnapped and put on a podcast. That's excellent. I'm like,
he got dragged to his own studio.
I'm like, how do you sign up for that fucking deal?
Listen,
it's Krystal, it's Tori, it's Simba. What's your dog's name? What's the rod's name? Sky. Simba Sky. It's the Puppy Ball. It's Podcaster Summit. It's The Naked Truth. It's Gerard Butler. You got to follow him. You got to learn. You got to get entertained. I promise you guys one thing. I reached out. They reached back. You did a podcast. They are definitely going to be bigger tomorrow than they are today. They're going to be bigger next year than they are today. They are going to be someone to keep an eye on.
Thank you so much for having us on.